So if my friends who have my cell phone number and who communicates with me via WhatsApp hear about today's topic, they're gonna start laughing, because I think they expected maybe a vlog with this topic, and that is regarding voice notes, sending or receiving voice notes. Now, I know that people are different, and some people love communicating. Other people are more introverts. They don't communicate that much. And if they do communicate, it will be more a yes or a no, or a very short method of communication. Some people don't like hearing their voice on an audio, so they won't send a voice note. And other people, they don't mind, hearing their own voice. So it's, again, we're all different and we communicate different, and we need to respect each other regarding that as well. Anyway, so today's vlog is just to give you some more insight from a person who likes to give or sends voice notes, but also just to say a few things to the people and make them think about how they send a voice note when they do send one, so that the person who receives it will be more open to it. Now, first off, I love sending voice notes. I think the times that I've sent a long message that I typed, oh my word, I think I can count that on my one hand. If I do send a short typed message, it will be like at the most 5 sentences, 5 very short sentences. And for me, it's only a personal thing. The time that I spend typing, I will rather go and type an email for my business that can make money, or that is part of my marketing, than sending a typed message to a friend. So I do about 80% of my messages in a voice note. Yes. So many people will say, but if you do send a voice note, sometimes people think that it's not important, or they will be like, oh, this is a 3-minute voice note. I don't have time for it, or maybe it's not that important. So when I do send a message and it's very important, I will type it. I will type the message, or I will say, it's very important, listen as soon as you can, and then I'll send a very short voice note. I won't do the whole thing about how are you, I'm missing you, blah blah blah, and all of that. I will just keep straight to the point. But so for the people sending voice notes, make sure that you let the person know whether it's important or not, and then if it's important, keep it short, or maybe just send a text, then type it, or let them know this is not important, listen whenever you can, but I'm looking forward to hear from you. And then have respect for the other person. I mean, I don't mind when people never send me a voice message, because I understand that most people don't like sending voice messages. I would just like you to reply once in a while, but the way you reply, it's all up to you. Some people will get offended if they send voice messages but never get a voice message back, and I think that's not right. And then the other thing is, I think when you send a voice note, you can just say so much more than you would have said in a typed message. So the communication there is more, it is deeply. A person can listen to you and they can hear your emotions, whereas a typed message, you don't always know with what attitude it was sent, or what does it really mean, or where is the person, where in a voice you can hear where a person is, emotionally or whatever. And then for me, it's just a deeper and more personal way of communication, because you are talking to them. So I know that that there's people in my life that they told me, I don't do voice notes. So, if you send me a voice note, I might not listen to it because I don't have time. So I made an effort to just type a message for them. And there was one specific person in my life that I wanted to send a voice message, because it was something that was, laying on my heart, that I felt needed to share it. And I know that if I had to type, it was going to be a long message, and I don't have the time or the patience to do it. So I've sent a message before sending the voice message, just saying that I know it's a long voice message, but see this as me coming to you with a cup of coffee, sitting next to you on the beach, and just sharing my heart with you. And that person usually takes, a few days to respond or listen to the voice message, because you can actually see when a person has listened to your voice message or not. That person replied or responded the same day. So for me, again, a voice message is just a method of sharing your life, sharing more than just a message. And it is a deeper sense of communication. That's me. For you, it might be totally different. And the other thing that is great is I always make a joke and say, at least when I pass away, my friends and family won't be able to say, I miss hearing Chrysanda's voice, because there's actually a lot of voice notes they can go back to listen to. But anyway, doesn't matter how you communicate. And if you do communicate with a voice note or via a voice note, make sure that you respect the other person. And if you are a person that doesn't like to listen to voice notes, make time and find a time to listen to it, whether it is listening to it while you make up, or making food, or maybe driving in your car, where you can, listen and do something else. But appreciate it when people do reach out, especially in today's life where everything is just so rushed and we don't always have time just to get together and spend quality time with each other.